In this video, I'm going to give you the most up-to-date information as to how to contact USCIS in 2022. As you know, it's becoming very difficult to get a hold of a live agent at the USCIS service, and you may have questions and new information about your case. We'll talk about all the ways you can contact USCIS and some interesting statistics that you may be interested in. So, what are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states. In this video, we're going to focus on how to contact USCIS, their contact center, to be able to get information about your case, to schedule an info pass, anything you need. It's becoming extremely difficult to get a hold of them because they changed their system, and getting a live agent is almost impossible. So I'll break it down for you. I'm going to give you some interesting statistics from 2021 with respect to contacting USCIS, just to put things in perspective, and lots of more good things to make this process much easier for you to be able to get the information you need on your case. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end as I go through all these details. Before we start, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to recommend this video to more people just like you. So let's dive in. USCIS Contact Center. What's going to happen in 2022? As you know, USCIS Contact Center is the new way where USCIS can engage with customers and help people find information and give the information they need. The entire system is over the phone. It has an interactive voice response system. And before we dive into the changes that are happening in 2022, let's talk about what happened in 2021. A couple of minutes just to give you perspective. So in 2021, there were 211,000 appointments scheduled through the USCIS Contact Center all over the country. There were over 14.6 million calls received at the USCIS Contact Center in 2021. Over 12 million questions were asked through Emma, the interactive chatbot that they have on their website. Over 12 million in 2021. And they facilitated over 852,000 live chats through that system as well. Again, this information is provided based on a liaison meeting between the American Immigration Lawyers Association and USCIS recently. And they have over 160 officers at the contact center to respond to all the inquiries. And if you think about it, it's not that much. With the millions of calls that are being facilitated at the contact center, it's very difficult to get to everybody on time with just 160 officers on location. So what is the USCIS Contact Center and how do we engage with them? It's really important for you to understand that, because when you call, there's a tier system that they go through, and I want you to understand how that tier system works. So they call tier 0 all the online tools they have on their website. The guides, the interactive information, the videos, whatever they have that is on their website interactive is called tier 0. You have to start there. If you don't find an answer there, only then you should call, and you're going to be channeled to tier 1. And tier 1 is usually facilitated through phone and live chat. They have these agents in 3 locations throughout the country who facilitate what's happening in tier 1. Tier 2 is also facilitated by phone. They break it down based on East Coast, Midwest, and West Coast, and they have agents according to where you're calling from. This is happening at tier 2. This is mostly phone service. Tier 3 are more complex cases. Those are typically cases that require some local assistance from the local USCIS offices, and they'll facilitate that if your case meets the requirements. Tier 4 of the USCIS Contact Center, it's mostly written communication, and these are cases that involve USCIS leadership, Ombudsman's office, and maybe the Congressman's office for more complex cases. So let's talk about the general inquiry flow. How does it work? What happens from the moment you call the USCIS Contact Center? The first thing you do is you call the 800 number that is on their website, and they're going to offer you the tier 0 self-help tools first. Then the interactive voice response system will identify what your need is. Do you need an info pass service? Do you have a problem with your case? Is your case denied? Based on what you tell them, they'll direct your call from that point. And the goal is to eventually get you to a live person. If an escalation to a live agent is appropriate, then tier 1 performs triage directly to the right person. If you call and you actually request an appointment, like an info pass, then typically you should be directed to tier 2. Now, after you get to tier 2, if they validate the need for an appointment, so not everybody's going to be able to get an appointment. Some people call and they need an info pass, but it's not appropriate for them. They'll determine that. If they determine that your case is appropriate for an info pass, they will then forward you to an officer that will help you schedule that appointment. That all happens in Tier 2. If Tier 2 cannot resolve the issue, they're going to escalate it to Tier 3 to a more senior officer to be able to help you with your inquiry. Once they're done with Tier 3 and your inquiry is being handled, that inquiry will be closed because your case is now being handled. Remember that the interactive voice response system was introduced in 2020. So it's fairly new and they're still working on the glitches and trying to make it work better. Remember, for callbacks, for urgent inquiries, they guarantee callback within 24 to 72 hours. If your inquiry is not urgent, which most of these inquiries fall into that category, their response time to call you back is within 30 days. The purpose of the callback is to facilitate the InfoPass or anything else that was required in the phone call. They have 30 days to call you back and schedule that. If your inquiry is not urgent, which most of these inquiries fall into that category, their response time to call you back is within 30 days. The purpose of the callback is to facilitate the InfoPass or anything else that was required in the phone call. They have 30 days to call you back and schedule that. Remember, if they call you back, USCIS will make only 2 attempts to call you back. If you don't respond, they're not going to call you back again and they're going to close that inquiry. Based on statistics from 2021, only 3 to 4% of inquiries actually require a physical appointment. Non-urgent appointments are scheduled when slots become available. That's based on their data. Urgent appointments are actually reviewed individually by officers and prioritized based on the urgency. What are some reasons for urgent appointments? These are questions you always ask me. Here are some of the reasons that USCIS is going to focus on in 2022. Number 1, a family emergency requiring travel. So if you are in the process of getting your adjustment of status, you don't have your travel document yet, you need to leave tomorrow, you need to leave the next day, that is an urgent situation which you are eligible to get an appointment at the local immigration office, and then they can give you a permit to travel the next day. It is possible if they determine that you meet the requirements for the emergency. Number 2, a medical emergency. If you need to leave the country or you need to expedite your case because of that medical emergency, that's another reason why your case will be prioritized. And number 3, finance-related issues like loss of employment and things like that you need to get your work permit ASAP to find another job. If you meet those requirements, that case will be prioritized for an urgent appointment. Based on recent data from a couple of weeks ago, they said that the wait time on the phone has been reduced to about 2 minutes average for somebody who calls and waits on the phone to get somebody to take care of their inquiries. Now it's about 2 minutes average for wait time. USCIS is also considering allowing people to schedule appointments online like they used to do in the past. They're thinking about bringing them back. If you remember, before 2020, we were able to go online and schedule our InfoPass without talking to anyone and trying to look at the different calendars to be able to get those appointments. That system may go back very soon. This is based on predictions, based on that recent liaison meeting. So basically, to summarize it, if you need to talk to USCIS, you have to make sure you understand that now there is an interactive voice system that you're going to be dealing with, and the different tier levels. If you pass the tiers, if you pass Tier 1 and you have an emergency or an urgent appointment, you should be able to be directed to an officer that will talk to you at Tier 2, and then hopefully will be able to call you back to schedule that appointment. Make sure your phone is always available and that you're not blocking unrecognized numbers, because USCIS won't be able to reach you by phone. So hopefully this information has been, I know a lot of you are frustrated because you're not able to get a hold of anybody on the phone over there, but this is the only way right now that you can make inquiries or contact USCIS by understanding how the USCIS contact system works, and hopefully this video gave you that information. So once again, if you are here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell to be notified of any new videos that we're going to be releasing. And also, if you need my help, you can always reach me by texting 619-483-4549. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.